My first World Tour appearance was here in Debrecen. We lost 2 times with like 1 or 2 points, but then I really saw the environment of 3x3, and that's the first time I really got in touch and felt connected with the sport. Yeah.
In 2020, we were sitting here and seeing how much it grew, how good the teams were. Thibuat was here. He wasn't really a 3x3 player, but he saw what it could do, how nice it was, and that gave us like we wanna be here.
Stojacic driving and finishing emphatically. He rocks the rim and rocks Antwerp's world.
Tournaments like the Olympics and the World Tour were really heartbreaking. You feel like these moments are so unique and you feel like, okay, we have a chance to really go for it because we were not ending like 6th or 7th place. These were very tough moments to find energy again, to play and compete. But yeah, we were just so eager to win something and like get this validation from our hometown, from our home people, from our family.
Expectations were really high, and then we came up short in like 4 or 5 semi-finals in World Tours. So also in the World Tour final, it was in the semis. So it starts to get in your head.
We know the Serbians are always on top of 3x3, but we want to show that we are also contenders. And I think we're growing something in Belgium. And to really get to that stage level of playing here, we have to defeat the Serbians.
Antwerp, what will they do this time around? I like the makings of this team. I think the more they play together, the more dangerous they will be, especially with that dude right there, Caspar Augustijnen.
I'm pretty new to 3x3, so it's very tough on me with the traveling and everything, so I'm getting used to it. But Brian and Nick and Thibuat, they get me through it, so it helps a lot.
We have some new additions to the team with Caspar and then Dennis Donker. Caspar is an amazing athlete, so the way he plays and adds value to our team, it's amazing.
I think I help a lot in some aspects because I'm lengthy. I get to put pressure on the boards. I think I'm a good defensive player. I can shoot the ball a little bit, so I think the team appreciates that part about me as well.
Against teams like Lehman and Oop, they're tall, they're strong. It's someone who can measure their physicalities.
We're like a two-sided team. We could beat any team, but we could also lose to any team. So I think if we move our ball, we're a team that plays on the flow. We're not a team that plays behind the screens and all that stuff. We're a team that passes the ball. We don't go for the highlights. We try to keep it simple. I think that's something we do really good, and if we get that, then we're a pretty hard team to beat.
Caspar and Brian together, I never expected we would do it, because most of the time I'm like a screener too, so we play like 3 bigs and everyone was like, how it's gonna work, and then we won 15 games in a row, so I thought this team that won 2 challengers deserved the chance to play on the World Tour they qualified for.
This is where the best play, and London is trying to make their mark on the 3x3 World Tour. They got their chance right here, right now.
The first game against London, I think it's one of the most tough games we played because it's not typical 3x3 basketball that we used to. They play almost every time one-on-one. They like leave you more a little bit open. You play your plays, but it's such a weird game.
Hard to digest that win actually, because it was a nail-biter for myself also. It was a very difficult game because you don't know what they're gonna do. Most teams, you know, oh, this is a shooter, that's a driver, he's good in the post, watch the seals. It can go both ways, you know, they can have like a lucky day, make all their shots.
And then the second game against Princeton, I think it's about focus with us. We give them like a couple of shots starting off the game, which give them like a 5-6 point advantage.
They were getting into their motion, we were too static, so they won convincingly against us, so props to those guys.
Princeton played very mature, and they scored at a very high percentage also. I mean, props to them, but we didn't play good. We didn't play good defense. We're too lazy, we're not committing.
That's what Up makes so strong, or Lehman. They're so calm and then they get into their spot that they want to go and just keep their composure, and that's something we have to learn.
I got like messages like you're not playing together, things like that, and then sometimes we're like not playing with the edge and we're not good enough to just play relaxed. You could see before the games everyone is like, how do you say it, with his head like, if you see at the good teams they're like a little bit more locked in.
Lehman, it's nerve-wracking. We know it's going to be a battle. Who's going to go up, who's going to make shots, who's going to be like a little bit more aggressive.
The respect for Vazic, he plays a really tough role. He's a beast. He just goes to town in the post, he gets almost every board, so it was my job to get him out of the paint so we could grab the boards, and I thought I did a pretty good job keeping him out of the game.
They ran away a little bit, but then you could see we were getting better in the match, matching their physicality.
By Shilic. He likes that spot from the logo. Oh, tough collision. They're gonna leave Vervoort again. He takes a deep breath and he knocks down the deep two. Must see TV. Don't you dare turn the channel.
I was scared. One time he bounced up and I thought it was going in, but luckily he bounced out and Thibaut hit a clutch shot to win it because my heart was pounding.
The reason we won is because he took the rebound, so the rebound was so huge, and then he made the open shot. I saw him like, and then he made it. Was an amazing feeling.
It was like a myth that they never went to the finals in a world tour, that it was always again in the semifinals they got beaten.
When we reached the semis, just don't think we reached our goal, no. Then it's when it started, and you have to have that mental edge we sometimes struggle with.
At the game against Amsterdam, we know them so well. I would not say that I like to play against them, but I know what we can expect. I think if we're 100% ready and we take away a couple of things, we can beat them.
And now Oob is going for a 5th in a row against an emerging Antwerp team. Can they make it 5 for 5?
Best team in the world. They're number 1 in the world. We gotta look at the bigger picture. I mean, okay, they won 4 Masters in a row, but last year in the Jedi finals, we beat them. And then beginning of the year, they played with 3 in the Utsunomiya opener. They lost barely. Very good game also, but it's a team, it's always very close. It's never a blowout anymore.
Go die or go home or something like this. It was just like, guys, have fun and just give 100%. I don't want anybody feeling good after the game. Everybody gotta be nauseous and feeling sick. These are opportunities we have to take.
Stojicic decides to take the layup. We're all even, 20 apiece. Next bucket wins. Vervoort being given the shot. Vervoort for the dub! He's a watch collector. A Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. What a game, and what an incredible win for Antwerp, who stopped Oob's run. An emotional moment for Nick Sellis and this Antwerp group. They can't believe they finally got it done.
It's the second time I was crying after a game. First time was here, after we qualified for the Olympics. It was close, but still seemed so far away.
Thinking now back to the World Cup and the Olympics, like maybe we could have used this experience already then, and so it's a lot of emotions. But it feels very good to finally get into the final, and of course, first appearance, first win.
I'm exhausted now, but thinking back on it, I just have to smile. It just makes me happy. I think it's the most important win of my career.
Belgium is going to the Olympics. What could be sweeter than that?
This place is something special for us because, yeah, first World Tour appearance, then we had to qualify for the Olympics here, and then this, it's something special here about Debrecen.